question Michael had a question that he wanted me to ask you specifically because we're having this conversation. Do you think Lamar Jackson was snubbed as the MVP last year?
Welcome back to the Triple Threat Podcast presented by Betalytics Sports Betting. We're back,
guys.
Episode 62.
It's July 30th. Yes, I know that we said last week we'd be back in the studio, but Michael will not be back until Friday. So unfortunately, not unfortunately, but fortunately, we'll still do another video with just us two. But we won't be back, all three of us, until next week. But yeah,
we had the wrong date.
We had the wrong date, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. But Jake, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Good. Pretty excited. Pretty excited. This is one of our most anticipated episodes of our channel's history, or our podcast history, of all of it. So we're gonna get into it in a minute, but like it's like this is gonna be a great episode to watch. But yeah, I'm heading to Georgia on Friday. Gonna be driving 8 hours with my family. So that's exciting. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited to go see all my cousins down there.
Not the driving part.
The driving part, no. The driving part's it's gonna suck.
I've driven to Florida before.
I'm trying this new energy drink I got at my work. Shout out to Bookie Nook. Odyssey 222. It's not horrible. It has like this like mushroom in it.
Lion's mane in it.
Yeah, lion mane like extract.
Apparently a mushroom.
Supposed to help out with like brain function. And then like all the other usual stuff has like the healthier caffeine. So like it's like green tea. They have like different flavors.
Better.
Pineapple mango is just the one I've been kind of stuck on because it's like my favorite. But shout out to this. It's really good. I truly would.
I tried it. It is pretty good.
For like an athlete,
it's not sweet either.
It's not sweet. It helps.
It doesn't taste like fake.
Yeah. So it's one of my favorites. So shout out to them. This is really good. But yeah, we have a guest on the episode today that
it's pretty nuts that we got to do this.
Like, and
we're very appreciative.
And we're not even we never thought that we would get to a point where we have guests on the podcast like this. So again, we'll shout him out in the video, but Ryan, thank you for talking to us. We really do appreciate it. It was a great conversation.
It was a lot of fun to talk ball with someone that is also in the content creation of like talking football, whether it's like focused on a specific team or just NFL or football in general.
Yeah.
We're very appreciative that he came on and talked with us. It was a lot of fun. I think you guys will love it. But yeah.
Sorry, I kind of took you had a whole thing for introducing, but I'll just read it for you since I already talked about it. Like you said, guys, today is a very special episode because we have a guest who is, he said he lives in Pennsylvania right now currently.
Yeah, he moved from Baltimore to Pennsylvania with this.
But he's lived in Baltimore his whole life. He's been a Ravens fan since he could remember. If there is anybody that knows about like Baltimore Ravens football, this is the guy. And like we don't even say that. And Jake is also very good with Baltimore Ravens knowledge, but like Ryan's like a whole nother level when it comes to Baltimore Ravens knowledge.
Yeah, he literally.
Like the only thing
is his job.
That's his
to
job.
Create content about the Ravens. So he might be. I think I'm up there with him.
I don't know about that one.
But
you can hope. You can hope.
With the amount that I follow, I would say so.
True.
But obviously probably not the content creation side because we focus more on just the NFL in general.
Yeah.
But
we're excited for you guys to hear him and talk with us two and him about how we got into content creating and just like some other football talk that we got into. It's called The Flock Rundown. We'll put all his stuff in the description below so you guys can go subscribe to him, look at his stuff. It's a lot. It's very fun. He really does go in depth with talking about the Ravens and and he follows them very heavily. So I don't. This is one of our favorite. Well, he's the only one guest that we've had so far, but he was a great guy to talk to about
Yeah, he's very, very
about the
cool
Ravens
guy.
and things like that. And honestly, it was just really fun talking to him. Even like getting into like the rivalry of like the Steelers and the Ravens was very fun to have a conversation with him about. So shout out to him. But yeah, we're going to switch to that interview right now. Welcome back to Triple Threat Podcast presented by Betterlytics Sports Betting. Today is a very special episode because we have a guest who's been doing a lot of stuff on, mostly we're seeing on the TikTok side, doing a lot of stuff with the Ravens, the lifelong Ravens fan, holding it down also on YouTube with his channel, The Flock Rundown. Anybody knows anything about Baltimore Ravens football, this is the guy you want to talk to right here. So we got Ryan in the building today. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate
What
you
up,
joining
guys?
us, bro.
Yeah,
Getting
for
ready to
sure.
talk some football and everything. So yeah, if anything you want to say, you can get the ball rolling and then we have some questions for you. So
I just want to say thanks for having me on. I'm happy to be here. Can't wait to talk some football with you guys.
all right, cool. All right, we'll start the questions.
Yes. So first thing we wanted to ask you to start us off was what would you say inspired you to start creating Ravens content? Or was it like just football in general at first?
Yeah, it started with Ravens, but it goes way before that, I would say. I've been a diehard fan my whole life. Grew up in Maryland, like literally since so I was born in '93. They won the Super Bowl in 2000, so I was like 7. That's when I
Yeah.
became a diehard fan. Literally watched every game since then. I've been the weird thing is I've been just as tapped in as I am now before I made content. So like I
Yeah.
was just obsessed like as a fan. So that was a natural transition. But I also make music and did a bunch of music videos, made a lot of music content. So I kind of understood like quality, camera quality, and editing and things like that. And then like 3 years ago, I was like talking my girl's ear off about the Ravens like
Yeah.
upcoming season and basically what I would always do. And she's like, you should just like start a YouTube channel and start talking to, the internet. And I definitely just dived right into it and yeah, started grinding it. And now I'm on the 3rd season and it's going really well this year. It was a little slow the first couple of years, but
Yeah.
I think that's just how it goes, man.
Yeah, well, I think we're definitely in that boat of like
growing phase for sure.
growing, and it's slow but steady right now.
Yeah. Now,
But
how long you been doing it?
about 2 years now.
Yeah, it'll be 2 years in November.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you guys like upped up the volume, especially on YouTube, TikTok's like a little bit different beast. It's a little easier
Yeah.
to put out shorts and stuff, but there's not a lot of great like money and business opportunity on TikTok like there is on YouTube too. Like
Yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
can like actually become a full-time job if you if
Yeah.
you, you take it serious.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with the content stuff was just like us trying to um I know it's probably the same with you. I think the biggest thing for us was just making the time to like make it a full-time thing. Because we both all right now have full-time, part-time jobs at the moment. So it's more of like we kind of just want to like we're kind of trying to like this year specifically we're trying to be like is this something that we want to like really dive into and like do full time, or is this something where it's like a side hustle for us? But I really do feel like we want to go full time eventually and like just make this our full gig. So I feel you on that end, being like wanting to go full time on it as well.
Yeah, I grinded it as a side hustle for over 2 years too. It wasn't really till I was making like I don't know, close to like 2,000 a month, like earlier this year. I was like, all right, dude, like, let's go. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, put the gas down, drop every day, like, do everything you can. Cause, like, it's not just about the money, trust me, like, at all. I love making the content. I love the, talking about the Ravens, but that was like my door, to just like
Yeah.
leave regular work and I do some other stuff too, but like I definitely am done working like 9 to 5 for someone else and stuff like that. I feel like once you create something, man, you just go all in on that. It's a beautiful experience.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I definitely am in the same boat of like when you said like you were talking your girl's ear off about the
Yeah.
Ravens
Yeah, you've been doing the same
and
thing.
she was like you should just go make a YouTube channel and I was doing that same thing and then I think I kind of just I think we were talking like us three like Michael's not here but us three were talking and I was like why don't we just like make a podcast like let's just start it like let's just do it and because it to me it's really I just love talking about football and the
Yeah.
Ravens that like it's not even like work to me it's like it's just something that I love to do
Facts.
and
Yep.
I'll do it off the camera like for hours as well so I'm like I might as
Yeah,
well just
there have been many like before we recorded an episode, we talked for like almost an hour about the randomest football
yeah
stuff
we'll just
before
get
we
Yeah.
even
into a
start
tangent
recording.
about
And then
something
like before we know it, it's like 10 o'clock at night. We're like, oh shoot, we still have to record an episode. Dang.
Yeah. I
So
feel that.
yeah, this I mean, yeah, we love what we do now, and I don't think we take for granted any of the stuff we do. And I know you're the same way. So you want to get into let's get to actual football stuff.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
some ball.
Yeah.
Let's talk some ball.
Let's do it.
yes.
Okay, I got it. Okay. So
Okay.
this is just a broad NFL question before we get strictly into the Ravens, but like what player are you excited to watch this coming season? It could be on the Ravens, it could be another player on another team, but like who's somebody you're excited to watch this season?
Oh, I'll give one on another team and then one on the Ravens, just so I'm not like
Sounds good.
just a homer. On the Ravens, I am very excited to see year 2 of Nate Wiggins. I just think dude's got superstar written all over him, and smaller sample size last year. He wasn't really fully getting involved till like halfway through the season. Ended up kind of becoming mainly 100% snap guy towards the end of the year, but
Yeah.
we like, the Ravens slow roll the rookies sometimes in playing time. So it took a little bit for him to get going, but just the snaps that he had last year, just what I've been hearing throughout this offseason, I think Nate Wiggins could jump into top 10 corner in the league, man. Like massive leap. So I think very excited to see him. Someone on another team. I see. I just did a dynasty draft and got this like Caleb Williams Roma Dunzy combo. So I'm gonna say a Dunzy, man. I think he could take a huge leap too. He kind of got with all the hype of like Malik Neighbors, who deservingly has the hype, by the way, like absolute beast, young Jamar Chase. But like last year, I feel like a Dunze's year didn't go. It didn't get as much hype. He didn't have as much success as a lot of people thought. So pretty excited to see him. I think he could become their number one. So we'll go with those two.
Yeah, I definitely think it like when Adunze was coming out, I think he was probably one of my favorite receivers in that draft.
Yeah.
I I I thought he was like the contested ball ability, the speed. I just thought I thought he deserved more attention that he was probably getting in the draft. But I when you said Nate Wiggins, I definitely think that when it comes to like getting Jair, I think that will definitely. Obviously Nate was already like super confident corner. He was a very confident player in his ability already. But I think that Jair coming on that team, I think his confidence and his I guess leadership is something that the Ravens definitely I guess needed to bring out like
Yeah, he's bringing some juice, man. You got a
yeah
little Marcus Peters back over here.
yeah
Yeah, no,
that's exactly
100%. That's another player too, man. I could have named 40 Ravens that I'm
yeah
excited to see, but
Honestly,
like,
yeah.
Jair addition's crazy, man. I hope,
very excited for him.
hope that we
Very
can
high. That defense is gonna be disgusting in the playoffs. I think it'll make
need
Mahomes
some
worry a little bit.
turnovers. We get
Yeah.
some turnovers, we'll be all right, man. The
Oh yeah. Oh
defense has
yeah.
been pretty solid, but like getting some turnovers would be huge. So then it takes a little bit of the offense can make a mistake or two, like if
Yeah.
your defense isn't getting turnovers, that Buffalo game comes to mind because like we lost a turnover battle 3-0 in that Buffalo game, and yeah, the offense made some mistakes, had 2 fumbles, Lamar threw a pick, but like you can overcome some of that if your defense gets a turnover or two. So I think the defense being so loaded this year can offset. The offense doesn't have to play perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if they got a turnover or two in that game,
It's a dub.
I think that score is very different. And
I
even
mean,
with
we
the
dropped a
three-
2-point conversion to tie it. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
even with the 3 turnovers,
yeah.
they were going for a tie at the very end. Even with the pick and 2
Can I
fumbles.
ask a side question?
Yeah.
Because this
You
is
can
a
ask
question Michael had a question that he wanted me to ask you specifically because we're having this conversation. Do you think Lamar Jackson was snubbed of the MVP last year?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Just make sure we're on the same page.
I made multiple YouTube videos on that, like right after it happened. But just the fact that like the same voters changed their vote was wild to me, because like all the same voters that vote for All Pro vote for the
Yeah, it's the same
MVP.
voters.
They vote Lamar Jackson first team All Pro, which means he's the best quarterback that year, like had the
Yeah.
best season.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, Allen's the most valuable. So now we're like defining like, how do you weigh value? They're like, oh, Josh Allen doesn't have any weapons, but like I don't think that's a good narrative either. He does have decent weapons. Yeah, he doesn't have Derrick Henry, but like Lamar Jackson won 2 MVPs without Derrick Henry, and still they both shined last year. I don't think it was just Derrick Henry the reason that Lamar Jackson had a good year. And when have we ever taken away MVPs for having a good supporting cast? Like I don't really understand where that came from. Last year, all of a sudden, it was like, well, Lamar's got a lot of weapons and a lot of help. And even though he had a historic season, 41 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions, like it's top 3 quarterback season in history. And Allen gets the MVP because he has less weapons and wins like one more game. I don't know, man. Yeah, weird. I think it was more of there was this like narrative that got created on TV by a lot of different networks and stuff, and then also just the fact that he hadn't had one yet and Lamar won the year before. Like, it happens in basketball a lot where like dudes don't get multiple MVPs in a row. They're not handing out MVP to LeBron every year when they could have in his prime, So I think a little bit of that, a little bit of like voter fatigue, but yeah, he got snubbed.
Okay. All right.
That's exactly what I was saying. When it happened.
Okay.
And then
I
said that, and then they were like Josh deserved it.
Okay. Well,
I'm like,
I
he had a great year,
I will. I was gonna say I was gonna say both of them, either one of them deserved that year, no matter how would you want to. They both, as much as people want to like discredit, I think a lot of people discredited how good Lamar was this past year. But I feel like both the quarterbacks also had a stellar past season.
Oh,
so I really did feel like either one that won the MVP, I wasn't going to be mad about. But I think there was definitely a narrative being pushed that like voter fatigue was going to be a thing if we let Lamar win another MVP, and everyone's going to be like, oh, so Lamar's going to get it every single year. So, but I also understand that point of view as well. So it was tough. That was a tough couple of weeks for you because it was just like you add the Bills loss, which was already a
which Allen didn't even like go off either. It was a very safe, casual game.
I was like, okay, they just like right after they lost to the Bills, it was rough.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, whatever. When the awards come around, Lamar is gonna win MVP, and that'll make it a little better. And then Josh Allen wins MVP. I'm like,
I knew when Lamar wasn't there.
Makes it even worse.
When Lamar wasn't there, like before, when I knew he wasn't even going to show up, I was like, man, this is going to Josh.
That's what I was like. I was thinking after it happened. I'm like, Aaron Rodgers won back-to-back MVP, so it's not like it hasn't happened before.
True.
And Lamar just had a season where no quarterback has ever had a season like that.
Yeah. True. No, I agree. If you add in the rushing, nobody.
Like, he was the first to have I think it was 4,000 passing and 900
rushing. Yeah. But even just like the touchdown interception ratio is nuts,
41
man. 41-4, like that is just insane.
Yeah.
It was nuts, and I was
Nice and
Oh
healthy.
well,
after that.
we're on to this season, man. Greater
Yeah.
pastures ahead here.
I think he's gonna be even better this year.
I know Lamar's definitely getting better. I don't even care about the MVP anymore. Let's just get a
Yeah.
ring.
That's
That is also true.
I'd
Yeah.
rather have
Yeah.
I'll trade that MVP for a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, 1000%.
That's what I'll trade. That's a fair trade.
That's a great trade. It's a great trade.
All right, let's see. All right. So speaking of like the Ravens and how training camp has started, what's one underrated player on the current roster or one that's in camp or one's in camp right now should be paying attention more to? Like who should we pay more attention to? That's a little like I guess under the radar kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many guys, especially I've been diving into like the depth of this team and like the roster battles and stuff. Lately, one guy that's been constantly popping each practice is Bo Braid, safety from Maryland. He was undrafted last year, but and that third safety spot's wide open. Really, the depth safety spot's wide open because we lost our Darius Washington. I know he might come back later in the year, but he tore his Achilles, so I'm not. I don't have a ton of confidence in like him coming back and being himself, even if he does come back.
Yeah.
So it's really Sanusi Kane, Bo Braid back there, and Bo Braid's been shining, man. He's since the pads came on, he's been hitting dudes every day. He had multiple hits, I think, on Keaton Mitchell where he laid him out. I really am high on Bo Braid. I think he's going to earn quite a bit of minutes, and that's kind of a guy that a casual fan wouldn't even know about.
Yeah.
So I'll go him. But there's so many other guys if you want to talk different positions. There's so many underrated guys. That Tez Walker at wide receiver is another one that I think is jumping on the scene. He was hurt all last offseason. He came in back at the very end of training camp and he was a rookie. So if you're a rookie and you miss all of the offseason and training camp and you're coming back like a week or two before the season starts, good luck getting involved, especially with the Ravens. Like they don't really trust you at that point. So they kind of slow roll you. And Tez ended up having a good game against the Giants last year. He scored a touchdown, like toe tap in the back of the end zone, but he didn't get a lot of targets or anything. And then this year, man, he's just been like the star of the offseason. Like I really think now, is he gonna put up Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman numbers? No, but like I just mean that he's an underrated guy who wasn't a huge part of last year's team that is now probably the fourth wide receiver behind Hopkins and is he's going to be out there often.
How do you feel about Malachi Starks? Have you seen anything about him in training camp at all?
Oh yeah. He's had a couple interceptions. He's starting full time, so I mean that shows you a lot right there. It's Malachi and Kyle Hamilton at safety, and you got a first round pick. I mean the Ardarius thing probably helped push him into that starting role, but like first round pick starting full time right out the gates, and he just seems like a film junkie too, which I love. Every press conference interview or even when they do like interviews on the lounge and stuff, like he's a film junkie. He talked about him and John Gruden before he was drafted were studying all of Kyle Hamilton's film, which is really cool. And he didn't even know he was going to get drafted to Baltimore. You know what I mean? He's just like studying safeties, and then comes here. Yeah, no, he's been all around the ball. He looks good in camp so far. So super high on Malachi Starks. I definitely him and Mike Green, man. I think the top of those first two picks from the Ravens are unreal.
Mike Green was
I don't know how they got
such
Mike
a
Green.
steal. Oh, when I saw that y'all got Mike Green, I was like, they're cooking. They're cooking.
I thought something like more like bigger was going on for him to fall like that. Like I understand like there were some allegations in the past or whatever. That stuff was like in high school, and then there was like one little incident at his first college, but like nothing ever came of it. Like it hasn't happened in years. Like I really don't know why every team was kind of just like chucking him off their draft board. And the Ravens are usually one of those teams that wouldn't take a guy like that. I feel like that they've erred on the side of caution when it comes to like players who may have like a troubled past or whatever. But I think they're changing their tune a little bit on that, man. Like to go get a guy like Mike Green, they're just like, hey, we got a Super Bowl window here. Let's stack up.
Yeah,
that was as you should.
When I saw that pick. And when I saw that he was still available and they were about to pick, and then I saw them pick him, I'm like, I I couldn't believe that that was even like possible at that point. Like he's a probably a top 15, or he was probably like projected as a top 15 pick.
Yeah. He's the second or third best pass rusher coming out.
Yeah,
Like he's not Abdul Carter, but like he's like a step behind that. Like
yeah,
he insanely talented and probably has more talent than like any pass rusher on our team, like right out the gates. I'm not saying he's
oh
going to
yeah,
produce better. Like I think Owe will probably have a better season and play a lot more, but I'm just saying Mike Green from a talent perspective is probably, the best pass rusher we've drafted in a long, long time, probably since Suggs.
yeah,
Yeah. I think definitely the biggest thing with the Ravens was I think they understood that their issue was that their defense, the first half of the season wasn't great. They did put it together as they got to the second half of the season for sure. So they really were just like, let's just go get some guys that will just like be difference makers on the defensive side. And I think just Starks and Green specifically, like those two are going to be like very big impact guys on the defense for sure. Adding along with Jay Alexander and the rest of the guys you already have. I mean, I have no bad things to say. I think this Ravens defense is going to be nasty.
Yeah, there's
It's
really
going to
no
be a top 10
weakness.
defense for sure.
Yeah,
I have
there's
no
no
doubt in my mind.
weakness. I don't know where the weakness is. I think our defense could potentially be more consistent this year than our offense. Like which is crazy to say because our offense
yeah,
was
Very true.
historic last year, but like this defense has zero weaknesses. I just don't know where the weakness is. Like they even have depth, in case there's an injury or not, because there's always somebody that gets banged up or something. We
yeah,
just lost Likely for a couple weeks, so like, I mean, someone's bound to get hurt, but there's so much depth in the secondary, the outside linebackers, inside linebacker next to Roquan, maybe the only little weakness you could say. I mean, I got
yeah,
faith in Trenton Simpson, but a lot of people are still, unsure about him. So maybe that's the only weakness or D line depth. But yeah, I mean, no, defense looks stacked.
yeah. I was gonna say even like the amount of like the amount of depth that they have now compared to like prior seasons should give fans a little, I guess a little like, what's the word, like,
Reassurance.
yeah, reassurance that even
Yeah.
if like an injury happens, like the guy that's coming in is a guy that can step up and make plays for till the guy that got hurt comes back.
And a lot of older vets want to play for Baltimore because they know that they are a championship
Yeah,
contender. You know what I mean? Like it's there's still some older vets sitting out there. Like let's say the deeper outside linebackers like David Ajabo, Adisa Isaac, like maybe one of them doesn't work out or we have some injuries at that position. Like you still got Clowney and Judon sitting out there. Like
yeah,
they would definitely come back to Baltimore. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like there's
Yeah.
there's options out there that I feel like is easy to go get. Like when we got DeAndre Hopkins or Jair Alexander, they're coming because there's a Super Bowl window here. They want to play with Lamar Jackson. They want to play on this team. You can't just get veterans for cheap like that. Like Jair's took a huge pay cut, man. He could have
yeah,
went to Carolina or something and made 4 times what he's making in Baltimore. So he's taking a massive pay cut to come to a contender. So the team and the roster being in the position it is, I think attracts a lot of that, makes it easier to stack up a roster.
Yeah. Well, since you've been like tapped in with like the training camp and everything going on, I know you saw some stuff happening with Isaiah Likely and the injury to his what was it, his toe or something like that,
But
or a lower
yeah,
leg injury in
yeah,
general. I don't know
fractured foot.
what specifically.
fractured.
Yeah. So, do you feel concerned about that going into the season? Do you think he'll be out there for week one, or is it? Are we Mark Andrews is going to be the one going into?
Uh, week one probably Mark. So they're saying it's around 6 weeks for Likely, which puts him at week 2 versus
Okay.
the Browns at this point. But even then, like I'd rather err on the side of caution. You know what I mean? Like this dude
Another
just
week.
he has a small foot fracture, which is a broken bone, and then
Yeah,
he's getting surgery, and there's a 6 week healing timeline. Like, why rush him back? We have Mark Andrews, Charlie Kohler's not bad either. Like, I really think that the Ravens can survive a couple weeks and
yeah,
have a healthy Isaiah Likely. Like, is it an ideal situation? Hell no. Like, I wish Likely and Andrews were out there. Likely's a beast. Likely's gonna get extended and be the guy, but Andrews is going to be the guy early in this season, man. I think that Buffalo game week 1 is like going to be a true revenge game now because Mark's going to be the tight end. I don't think likely plays week 1. Could be wrong. I just, when they're given a 6-week timeline and then that game's in 5 weeks, that feels like he's like rushing back, and like why rush back when you got Mark?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would definitely err on the side of caution with that, even because, like you said, they have Mark Andrews, they have Charlie Kohler, they got the tight ends to get through like a couple weeks to start the year.
Yeah, 100%. And the offense is loaded. We don't need to run through the tight ends. Like,
Very true.
there's like wide receivers everywhere. Like we got Derrick Henry, Lamar. Like I just feel like Mark's gonna get a lot more volume because Likely's not there until Likely gets back. But like we don't need to have Likely out there. I'd rather him just get fully healthy so that there's no setbacks or like aggravation, re-aggravated the foot and now it's lingering through the season. Like that would be my fear because we do need Likely, I think, for the season in the playoffs. Like he's a huge asset, but early on we can get by.
Yeah, because sometimes foot injuries.
Yeah, they can linger, man, and you're playing every week.
Around. And especially with the foot fracture, you do not want to just throw him out there week 1 and then he re-aggravates it, and then he's now gone for a considerable amount of time.
Because there's been plenty of instances where guys have come back from like foot injuries and like what's his name, Michael Thomas.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Toe. I didn't know a toe could keep you out for 3 years, but
they linger, man.
It did.
No, they linger.
So
this isn't a toe, thank God. I think the toe's worse, actually.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Michael Thomas is crazy. Found that out.
That's like a foot injury. Like
no, he did just like fall off, like producing every year.
Like the Michael Thomas remark.
That's just the first guy that came to my mind with like a foot injury.
True.
I get it.
Because that's like the most. Yeah, probably the most famous one right now.
But let me ask you this one thing, and then we'll get into like the other question because I had this on my mind. I think when you how was it Tyler Loop? Because I know the Justin Tucker stuff that happened in the offseason, him getting released because of the allegations and everything, and Tyler Loop's coming in. I know I just saw you did a TikTok about that. Tyler Loop went, what was it, like 4 for 8, I think, a couple of days ago in training?
5 for 8, but then 9 for 9 today. So
come on.
Yeah.
Come on, we're cooking. So do you feel confident with Tyler Loop being the starting kicker going into the season?
Ooh, I mean, I don't know. It's too early to tell. I'm like I'm like neutral right now because like I'm not expecting prime Justin Tucker. That would be unrealistic. He's one of the greatest kickers ever, maybe the greatest kicker ever. So I definitely don't want to like put those expectations on. I don't really know what to expect fully. He's 37 for 40 through training camp. So not bad. He's kicked like a 63-yarder. He had a 53-yarder today. He kicked a 68-yarder when no pressure was there. So he's got a leg. But he's in a true kicking battle right now too with John Hoyland. I do think Tyler Loop's going to win the job, but they're going to rotate. Like when the preseason starts next week, you're going to see both kickers. So we got a couple weeks of the preseason. I think they're not really going to make a full decision until we're like at the season start. Yeah. But I do expect it to be Tyler Loop. From a confidence standpoint, I'm just like, I don't know. Like I'm not super confident, no. But I'm not like hating on the guy either, like they drafted him. I trust that the Ravens with this good of a roster aren't going to draft a guy who's going to miss 50% of his field goals and like lose us multiple games. I mean, Ravens fans got a hell of a taste last season with inconsistent kicking. And I mean, Tucker lost us 4 or 5 games himself. There was multiple games where he lost 2 field goals or he missed 2 field goals and we lost all of them. Like that Steelers game, by the way, like comes to mind. Like the Steelers didn't even score a touchdown, man.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Makes one more field goal, they win the game by a point.
Yeah, and he's missing 2. Like, So exactly. That's another good example, the Eagles game. So I definitely think. Could we see some of that with Loop in his rookie season? Sure. Yeah, no doubt. Are we going to go for, 4th and ones maybe a little bit more often instead of like a long field goal in a clutch situation. I think we're going to trust that we can get a yard with Derrick Henry over putting a rookie kicker out in a situation like that. But I also, am not unconfident. I do think that I'm more trusting the team. I just think it's too early to say like, yeah, Tyler Loop's the guy. He's never been put in a game situation in the NFL.
Yeah, I think especially not even just Ravens fans, but I think NFL fans in general, we shouldn't. I really don't think putting a lot of pressure on Tyler Luke for his rookie year should be what we're doing. I think especially for the Buffalo game, like if he does miss a kick here or there, like it's not the end of the world because he is rookie after all. So I think we're gonna think highly of him because he's doing really good in training camp. So he must be. We'll have to see how the preseason goes and like how that looks for him going into week 1. But I feel good about it. I mean, like you said, you got Tyler Loop in the draft for a reason. The Ravens organization don't do anything stupidly. Like they know what they're doing. So I feel confident about Tyler Loop being the starter. But like you said, there is a battle going on to see who's the kicker. So we'll have to see how that plans out.
Yeah, I definitely think once the preseason starts, I think them getting in front of like real pressure and like them going up against like guys that are rushing them is gonna be like a good gauge of like who should win the job.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, it's gonna be that's a tough first game to go into for either of them going into Buffalo.
True.
At least it's not cold. It's gonna be warm.
Oh yeah,
it'll be a good test. It'll be a good test for sure.
Yeah, Sunday night football. I mean, yeah, it's definitely prime time. Your first game. I definitely think there's some pressure.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they'll be going for some 4th downs in that game.
That's fine. We can get a yard with Derrick.
No, I'm not
all the confidence in the world with Derrick Henry.
I'm definitely not hating on him. Like I right now, like you said, I would have a little more confidence in Derrick Henry getting a yard than
Tyler Luke
him trying to hit a
that's fair
35-yard field
goal. And I think
goal.
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
He's gonna have to earn the confidence by doing well. You know, like that's why I say it's too early. Like kicking in training camp, awesome, but like you do need to get in the NFL and kick under some pressure. That was one thing Tucker just excelled at more than anyone was like game on the line. He's making the field goal.
Yeah.
So, we're not going to know what Loop's necessarily made of in those situations until he's put in those situations.
Yeah. Especially kicking. That and cornerback, you got to have confidence.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Time for the fun questions?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get it.
So, we have a question for which Ravens season would you say was the most fun to watch as a fan? Like in all the seasons that you've watched, what would you say is probably your favorite one?
Just all together, it has to be like the 2012 Super Bowl season.
I respect that.
That's
a good answer.
That's my favorite.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, just the whole season too, not just the fact that we won the Super Bowl. I just think that there were so many ups and downs. Like we almost didn't even make the playoffs if it wasn't for that Ray Rice, like 4th and 27 check down from Flacco against the Chargers. He ends up getting a first down, 27-yard check down. We go kick a field goal to win the game in overtime. And like, we wouldn't have made the playoffs if we lost that. So like, and then you get into the playoffs, Ray announces his retirement, and so you got Ray Lewis going out. And earlier in that year, he had like torn his biceps. We all thought he was out for the season, or triceps or whatever it was.
Didn't even think he would be back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like there were so many ups and downs. Like that was not a smooth season at all. And the year prior, we were in the AFC Championship and Billy Cundiff shanks a field goal to potentially go to the Super Bowl. So we're like knocking on the door, and then the following year, it's like, okay, it kind of like feels like right now almost, where it's like we're knocking on the door, like we should have been, winning a championship. The AFC Championship game against the Chiefs, we're fumbling, and then the Buffalo game, turnovers, and it's like, man, the Ravens have been knocking on the door. It felt like that in 2012, and then just to go on that playoff run, I mean, we literally had to beat the Colts and Luck, which wasn't that crazy, I guess, in the last home game. But then that Denver game against Manning, they had the
Oh,
hottest offense in the league.
that
That
was
Hail Flacco, man,
that was
like
probably the craziest
yeah.
game I've ever watched.
No, that's what I mean. Like you're going back and forth. Like Flacco's dueling with Peyton Manning, and that was the year that he had like 50 touchdowns.
Yeah,
And like,
and they gave
uh,
up the two return touchdowns
oh
to
yeah, yep,
Holiday guy.
yeah. We come out of halftime, and Holiday just
Yeah.
runs it back. Yeah, yeah. No, it was absolutely insane. And then you go back to the AFC Championship game against the team you just lost to, in Tom Brady and the Patriots, and you beat them and go to the Super Bowl. And like just to beat Manning and Brady, like in their prime, and then go to the Super Bowl, and then the lights go out in the Super Bowl. It was like a freaking crazy game, and the Harbaugh brothers are playing each other. I don't know. That season just hard to top.
Yeah,
That's so true.
I think
That's so
I
true.
think I would agree with that.
I think the
That
the
was the-
2012 season is the right answer. I think that's
Yeah, there's been some really exciting regular seasons recently
yeah.
with Lamar and stuff like
I think
that.
yeah, I
But
think the,
cumulatively, like the way that 2012 season finished, it's like, man, that was just like, cemented in my memory as like a
Yeah.
great memory.
I was gonna say I think like the years when Lamar Jackson like got drafted and then like was the starter. I think like the surgence of his like
2019
his
was
prime
crazy.
is just
Yeah.
like crazy. Like I think I think about those years and like the play that comes to mind was him like shaking off those two Bengals defenders to run it in for a touchdown. I can
Yeah.
literally see that play in my head.
Yeah.
And it's just like yeah, the Ravens they got a special guy at quarterback that's gonna be like one of the greatest. So I mean but I think 2012 is a great answer. I think that's probably the right answer because I mean that was a crazy season in of itself.
Yeah, 2019 was amazing too. Lamar's first year wins MVP. First year as a starter. He played a little bit his rookie year, but first year as a starter wins MVP. I guess I didn't say that year though because I went to the Titans Ravens playoff game. We had a bye, and then we played them in the divisional round, and we got just blown out basically like right away, and it was like the worst feeling, man. I was like, we were 14-2. Lamar Jackson wins MVP. We're all like flying high. Never did I think the first week of the playoffs we're going out against the Titans at home. Derrick Henry ran all over us, stiffed Earl Thomas. Like that left a sour taste in my mouth. So that's why I was like, 2012 at least had a happy ending. You know, Ray goes out. Ray goes out with a Super Bowl. That's pretty epic.
Yeah, I was at that game too. It was not
Titans Ravens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was not what I was.
Nah, the energy was gone in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it was 14-0. Like before you could blink your eye, and I was like, this ain't how it's supposed to go.
And then Derrick Henry does the jump touchdown pass on us, and I'm
that
like,
did happen in that game.
Turns Earl Thomas into a lead blocker. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Nah, it was a hell of a wake up call.
Is that your favorite season?
2012, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna in my head, I was like, the second would probably be 2019, just because like
regular season.
No one expected Lamar to play that well. Like no one expected Lamar to come out and win MVP, throw for like what do you have like
36 I think that year. Yeah, but that was a lot for him. Like people were still
rushing yards.
Yeah, exactly. And people were still saying at that point that like he couldn't throw a football.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like it was.
What was he calling running back?
That was the year he said that. Not bad for a running back.
Yeah,
for a running back.
Yeah. Well, they said he should switch to wide receiver in the
like during the combine. Yeah, they were trying to try him out at different positions. But good for him though, man. He was like, I'm not even running.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even running the 40. I'm not doing no drills besides throwing.
Yeah.
As he should.
He's like, nah, I'm a quarterback.
He knew the whole time, man. But like the league was sleeping.
All right. This is the biggest question. I think this might make us have like opposite sides. Which division rival do you dislike the most, and why is it the Steelers?
Yeah, it's definitely the Steelers. Well, it's just my whole like childhood. That was the biggest rivalry in sports, man. Like, so I don't think currently. Well, who knows? This year could get interesting. The Steelers do have like a fun team that I think we could battle against. Recently, the past few years, like I know the Steelers win some games and stuff, but like the Ravens have definitely had the upper hand, at least from like a talent perspective. It just doesn't feel like it felt. Doesn't feel like it felt 10 years ago with like Ben Roethlisberger going against Flacco, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, like Hines Ward out there years ago, like James Harrison. Yeah, like it was a different feeling. And I think that I dislike the Steelers so much for that reason, because I grew up my whole childhood with that being the best rivalry, and I was a diehard Ravens fan. Also, a personal reason, I moved when I was like 13 from Maryland right across the border to Pennsylvania with my mom, and a lot of Steelers fans there, obviously. So I'm like in school, like fighting, like arguing constantly, because like I was staying a diehard Ravens fan. So like that upped my the love for the rivalry and just the hate for the Steelers, because like I'm in Pennsylvania now, and like all these people are just trash talking, and like, you know, if the Steelers won that game, like we gotta go to school Monday and just like sit there and argue about it. And like I just think it and I've been to multiple Steelers games at Pittsburgh, just getting trash talked and just having a good time, man. I love the energy there. I love the old school feel. Like I really feel more than anywhere I've been. I haven't been to every stadium, but like out of everywhere I've been, I truly feel like going to Pittsburgh, especially I went there in a playoff game one year. Like it felt like enemy territory. Like it felt like I was like walking into like this gladiator match, and like the whole crowd was like about to throw, you know, fruit at the Ravens or something. Like I just love it, man. I respect the rivalry. I respect the Steelers. Like I don't root for them, but like I there's always respect there, man.
Yeah, I definitely think I think we could talk to both of us. It's mutual respect on both sides. I don't have anything bad to say about the Ravens. I think like for us being like, at least for the Steelers being like the top dogs in the division, like in the 2010s, to like now you guys really just took over the 2020s. Like it's all mutual respect at the end of the day, because it's an old school rivalry. Like it's like the one of the best of the best. Like you're like there's never a Ravens Steelers game that like we feel negative about, or like, oh, that was a horrible game. Like it's always like a classic matchup between two great teams. And I'm very excited about this season's matchups, because I think we were talking about it like earlier, like the Ravens defense and the Steelers defense both got, I would say, a lot better. And I think we could see I think it'll be definitely defensive matchups, at least for our two games specifically.
Usually is. Except for later last year, though, we started to gash you.
You did.
I was going to say
I will not deny that one.
The end of the season game in Baltimore, and then the playoff wild card game, running all over that.
Please, let's not talk about. I never want to talk about that wild card playoff game again. It was.
I think the best image.
Those corners can't stop that.
No, we were getting cooked.
I think the best image was when Derek had that run up the middle for a touchdown.
Oh Lord.
And
where he pushed off Patrick Queen.
Yeah, there's just like, and then you just look behind him, and there's just 8 Steelers chasing.
Bro, did you watch Hard Knocks at all when they covered the AFC North last year?
Yes, I did. Did
you see it, like that episode, particularly like right before the game? Tomlin's like showing Patrick Queen. He's like, train on the track, and it's like who his matchup is, and it's Patrick Queen versus Henry, and then it just like goes to the game, and it's Henry just like running right by him. I don't know. That's always like stuck in my mind. It was just hilarious that like Tomlin's trying to hype Patrick Queen up, like it's your responsibility to like hit Henry, and then good luck. It's just Henry, man. That would happen with anyone. He got Minka pretty good too on that stiff arm.
Stiff armed into Miami,
which is why I'm happy.
Yeah, into Miami.
Back to Miami.
Right back Miami.
Well, the Steelers are signing all of the old Ravens right now. I mean, you got Chuck Clark at safety, Deshaun Elliott at safety. True. You got Patrick Queen at linebacker, Malik Harrison at linebacker. This is the 2020 Ravens defense.
I can't deny it. We did do that. I mean, jeez, I don't even know what to say after that.
It's just very funny that they keep signing guys.
Yeah, but like washed up. Well, not Queen, but like, or not even Malik's solid, but he's like a role guy. But like Deshaun Elliott and Chuck Clark have.
That's
not the answers.
They weren't my favorite. They weren't my favorite.
The
signings
big
by
thing
far.
for me was when Deshaun Elliott went on. I believe it was like Marlon Humphrey's podcast
Yeah.
and started like trash talking. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, you're like,
Nah.
in
Yeah.
my opinion, you're not that good.
I like Elliott. I always thought he was like a big hitter and like he lays it on the line, but like from a elite safety standpoint or
Yeah, that's
something,
what I
nah.
mean.
And then
Yeah.
you lose Minka and you're going to Chuck Clark and Deshaun Elliott. Like that's not a good trade off. I can tell you that right now.
How do you feel about A-Rod being on the Steelers?
It's interesting, you know.
Yeah.
It's a wild card. It's definitely an upgrade from last year, I would say. But how much of an upgrade, I don't know. Like A-Rod didn't play incredible last year. Like we haven't seen a dominant season from him in quite a bit of time here. So like, has he lost a little step? Is he going to regain some of that like greatness? And I'm guessing it's his final year, so I'm sure he wants to go out well. They added DK Metcalf, but lost Pickens, which may be good for the locker room, but I don't know. He's a talent on the field for sure.
Yeah.
I always was worried about Pickens. He would catch a lot on us, and
Catch
and
strays, man. You catch strays all the time.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how it'll be with Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers. I really don't know. I'm not like, you know, deathly afraid of it or anything. I think the Ravens defense is super strong, so like it should be a good battle. But I also am not like hating on it. I don't think that the Steelers are going to be irrelevant. It does question me. Like I do. It does arise the question of like, are the Steelers ever going to like inject some like youth franchise quarterback into the situation, or are they going to just constantly be trying to win now but not win now enough, if that makes sense? Like
No, I do.
you're getting a Russell Wilson, you're getting an Aaron Rodgers, you're getting like older vets for value deals, so it's not like a bad signing from a financial standpoint or anything, but they're not taking you to the Super Bowl most likely. We'll see what happens this year, I guess, but a lot of these options aren't instantly taking you guys to a different level. It's almost like first round playoff exits. And it's like, well, at some point you probably got to maybe have a bad year and get a higher draft pick and then go get like a guy. The draft's in Pittsburgh next year. Might get your franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think
Drew Aller or something.
that'd be crazy. I think you're right. I think I said this on an earlier pod. I said the Steelers I feels like we're going all in to go to a Super Bowl at this point. Just because, like you said, A-Rod's he's only on a 1-year deal. He said it's his final year. We're kind of just like pushing the narrative that we just want to like go for the Super Bowl at this point. So we'll see how it goes. I really do feel like this is the year where I feel like we're not gonna get a winning season from Mike Tomlin. Only because I don't feel as confident with my wide receiver core, if I'm gonna be completely honest. But
who's behind Metcalf? Like Roman Wilson or Austin, or
Calvin
like
Austin is the 2 right now, and then it's between Roman Wilson and Robert Woods for the 3, which I never thought I'd say Robert Woods 2025, but here we are.
It's probably Wilson, I would imagine.
I mean, they could technically try to get
Johnny Smith.
Well, and Freiermuth. They got a lot of tight ends, right? And that dude from Georgia.
Yeah,
Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
They could go out and try to get Keenan Allen. I saw that was like
someone. Oh yeah, he's still sitting out there. So is Amari Cooper.
You just want us to be it feels Unk status at this point. It just feels like we're getting.
I mean,
that's what they're doing though.
You've already done that.
I know.
They got Ramsey and Slay. I mean,
I'm not Unk status at this point. That's what we're trying to do.
They've already done it. I'm just saying you could just add on to that.
True.
Yeah.
True. Might as well.
Really go all in. Yeah. No, I don't know. It'd be an interesting year, man. I'm excited to play.
Yeah. All
right. This is a fun question. If you could create a Ravens Mount Rushmore, who's on it?
Ooh. Ray Lewis, no doubt. Ed Reed, no doubt. It's between like Ogden and Suggs, and then Lamar. So
no Joe Flacco?
No. If I had to finalize it, I'm gonna go Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Jonathan Ogden, and Lamar. But Suggs is like right there, man. You know what I mean? So like, and then honorable mentions like Marshall Yonda.
Yeah.
Haloti Ngata, Justin Tucker, even though he went out pretty ugly. I'm putting Lamar ahead of Flacco. Love Flacco though, but like
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, man, Lamar is all time. He's one of the greatest football players I've ever watched, period. Not just on the
100%.
Ravens, like,
Yeah.
period.
I
And when he
agree.
gets a Super Bowl,
Oh my gosh.
it's gonna, like, everyone's gonna be
Hall
like,
of
yeah,
Fame
this dude's
stamp.
top 10 ever. You
Hall
know
of
what I
Fame
mean?
stamp.
So I definitely think Lamar's got to be on there, Super Bowl or not. He's just done so much in 8 years. And yeah, and then obviously Ray, Ed, and Ogden are staples. I mean, Ray and Ogden were the first two picks of the Ravens franchise in '96. The first two draft picks, Hall of
That's
Famers.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
The
insane.
first two picks of your existence are
Jonathan Ogden was
Hall of
first at
Famers.
like 5 or something, and then Ray in the 20s
Yeah.
in the first round. That's your first two picks. Like, what a way to start. Shout out Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah.
Shout out, bro.
All right. You want to ask this one?
Who are your top 5 QBs in the NFL?
Okay.
We've had many debates on this.
Yeah, it's
A lot
tough.
of
I
discourse.
mean, it's tough too because it's like based off like legacy or just talent. Like right now, I'll just toss them out. I'll say Lamar, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen.
Who's 5?
Here's fifth.
Hurts maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go there. We'll go that
That's what
5.
mine
I might be like forgetting someone that I'm not thinking about in depth right now, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna go that 5. Yeah.
That's a good 5. I'm not mad about it. I think the 5 is the one that's like uneasy, but I feel like Lamar, Allen, Mahomes, and Burrow are the
Top
4.
4. Yeah.
Those are the 4 guys.
They're
like
the
you
ones
can't
not
not have
changing.
them on a list.
Yeah, I agree.
Some people say Jalen Hurts at the 5. Some say Jaden Daniels. Others say Justin.
Yeah, I love
Herbert.
Daniels.
Kind
Too
of-
early for me to like jump him up there. I've been doing like fantasy drafts all season and he's going like top 3. And I'm like, man, like that leaves like no room for error. Like you guys are like literally goating him after year 1. And people did that with CJ Stroud too. And then he had a little bit of a fall off in year 2. Not that he's bad. I think both are great. I'm just saying like you can't crown somebody after a rookie year that like you're one of the top. I just want to see another year or two before I'm throwing Daniels into the top 5.
No,
Absolutely.
I definitely agree with that.
I
That's
understand that as well.
what my top 5 would be. All right.
So this will be our last question with you. Kind of want to end it on like a big question. So like, take your time with this one. What is your biggest hot take going into this 2025 NFL season? Could be anything from a team that you think is going to go crazy this year, or even like something on the Ravens that you want to talk about. But what is your like biggest hot take?
Yeah, I definitely know the most about the Ravens. Hot take. I haven't thought about this. This is a good question. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Derrick Henry gets an insane amount of usage this year and gets 2,000 yards.
There it is. Yeah.
And gets in an Adam Sandler movie. Yep. Waterboy 2.
Come on now. Come on.
Oh, that would be so.
Waterboy.
That would be so
Dang.
funny.
Oh my goodness, bro. All right. Do you have anything else you want to say before we kick you off here?
No, I appreciate you guys having me. Excited for the football season. Yeah. No, that's it, man.
All right. What else we gotta say? Oh yeah, guys, follow Ryan on all his socials. It's called The Flock Rundown, correct?
Yeah.
Follow
everywhere.
him on all his socials on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram. Is there Instagram?
Instagram, X, all of it.
X, all of it. Yeah, guys, follow him. If you're a Ravens fan or even just an NFL fan and want to get like inside knowledge on this stuff, he is the guy to talk to.
You won't regret it, I promise.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys.
I've been watching him for a while now.
I've been looking at the training camp stuff. It's like you got good information coming in.
You watch it on TikTok or YouTube?
TikTok right now,
Oh,
but I do have
man.
the YouTube channel subscribed. So
The TikTok,
I'm
like,
lock on it.
I just started grinding the TikTok and I've noticed like short form, because I've been grinding YouTube for 3 years now, but like the short form content, unless you're putting out like every segment of the episode, you're just like not getting like nearly enough information, you know? Like people will be like, you're not talking about this. And I'm like, there's like 15-minute episode every day on YouTube that talks about everything. Like,
Bro, we say
Yeah.
the exact same thing. They get one clip of us on a long form podcast,
Like, go watch it.
and
you'll
I'm
get
like,
the
guys,
full
if you want to know the
context.
whole context, go watch the video.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
yeah, the clip culture and like short form content, it's good because like there's a lot of views and
Yeah.
eyes, but like, man, it's not good for information. I don't think like I can get way more information out about that day of training camp or whatever we're talking about in a YouTube video that's like jam packed with essentially like 15 of those TikToks. You know what I mean? Like I'm only taking like one little thing and putting it on TikTok, and like I don't know, it's been cool because TikTok's growing and stuff, but I don't know. To me, like YouTube's where it's at if you're trying to like get information.
Yeah.
Totally. All right, Brian, thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate
bro. I
you
really
guys.
do appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for joining us on this episode. Guys, like I said, go follow him on all his socials. He's killing it in YouTube and TikTok. So please go look at his stuff. And yeah, that'll be it for our episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Guys, again, shout out Ryan. Thank you so much for talking to us. Like I said, go subscribe to all the stuff like we said in the video, in the interview. Great guy. Hopefully we do more stuff with him in the future because that'd be fun.
I definitely want to. It was
a great
really
conversation.
fun to talk.
Yeah. All right, but we also have our own stuff. We're gonna keep this because the interview took up a bulk of the episode time. We're just gonna stick to record prediction, just because we don't want to keep y'all here for a 3-4 hour pod. That'd be ridiculous. So we'll do back to the previews next week, but we're just gonna hop straight into record prediction, where we're just gonna pick two teams off a wheel and predict this team's record from week 1 until the end of the season.
All right, first team we got the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow, we're
We
going
got the Niners.
the Niners. Okay, this should be interesting. I would
The Niners. Okay.
lost a lot of people this past year, but I think I think this team could still do enough. I would say, but we'll have
Their
to see.
receiving core scares me.
Their receiving core is a little bit worrisome, but I mean,
Especially because Ayuk's
we
out,
haven't talked
and
about the
he's-
NFC West yet, but when we do, that's gonna be the biggest focal point of the whole thing is their receiving core is not looking as well as we would want them to be. But there's not really much we can do about that.
All right.
See, I don't like that this thing doesn't say where they're gonna be at.
No, the red's home. Silver or the tan is away.
Oh, it does say it right there. Okay, cool. All right, then.
All right.
Keep it
Now
in.
we're gonna predict the San Francisco 49ers 2025.
You messed it up.
For-
Ha!
Okay. Now we're gonna. Okay. Take 3. Now we're gonna. I
Did you
can't
not do it?
speak. I
Okay.
think I'm having a stroke.
Now we're going to predict the
No,
40.
I got it. Let me do it.
Fine. Do it.
Now we're gonna predict the San Francisco 49ers 2025 regular season record. We're gonna go through every single game, give you a win or loss, and then a final record. Jesse's got the schedule up,
Here we go.
and here we go.
All right, week 1, they are in Seattle taking on the Seahawks 105.
Seattle.
Divisional game to start off the season is
I think they lose.
big. Whoa!
Did we do the Seahawks?
No. We haven't. That's a loss?
Dude,
A loss?
the first 4 games, like they're one. I don't know. Like McCaffrey scares me. First of all, 2.
We haven't heard anything from training camp saying he's not healthy.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general. Like
Okay.
the last.
I
at least
honestly,
last year.
I
he
think
didn't play.
I think
And then the receiving core is not. Their best receiver right now is
yeah, but
Ricky Pearsall.
but
and
to-
he's coming off an injury.
but to flip off that, we don't know what Sam Donald's going to look like going into the season.
I have more trust in JSN and Cooper Kupp and
Than
Sam
Ricky?
Darnold.
Then Ricky and Juwan?
Yeah.
Okay. I think they
I
win.
mean-
I think they win, so we're going to have to rock
Okay.
this one.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
All right. That's a win.
I think they beat out the Seahawks week.
I don't like. I'm not saying they. Obviously, they can beat the Seahawks. Like I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
no.
I have
Alright.
more confidence in
Week
their
2,
offense.
they are in New Orleans taking on the Saints.
That's a win.
That is a win.
The Saints are going to be the worst team.
Absolutely. All right, week 3 they are home against the Arizona Cardinals.
That's a win.
That's a win. I would say that is a win. 3-0 to start the year. That's high. Week 4 they are home against the Jags. I'll say they take a loss on this one. I think the Jags have a pretty sneaky team coming in this year. Offensively, defensively, it's to be desired. But
I'll give them I'll say a loss.
okay.
I think they end it. Okay. Never mind. Let's go.
All right. Week 5
Yes.
they are in LA taking on the Rams
Loss.
on Thursday Night Football. That's a loss. I would give you with that one. Week 6 they are in Tampa Bay taking on the Bucks.
Loss.
Loss. I'll give you to that.
So now they're 3-3.
Which I mean,
Just like that.
just like that. Week 7 they are home against the Falcons on Sunday Night Football.
I'll say win.
Yeah, I'll say win. I'll agree with you on that. Week 8 they are in Houston taking on the Texans.
Loss.
Loss. Week
I
9.
think their defense
Oh, sorry.
is too. I think their defense is too. It's gonna be too much for the Niners. The Houston defense.
I
is
think
gonna
that's
carry
I
them.
think that's to be determined for me, but I can see that being as a little bit.
Dude, their defense is pretty gross.
Yeah. Week 9 they are in New York taking on the Giants. When
Sorry, Giants.
no. Week 10 they are home taking on the Rams. Do they split? Because we just had them beating them in week 5. They lost to them in week 5. So
Yeah.
do they split? It's a conversation. It is indeed a conversation.
I don't know. I think the Rams
Ooh.
are so much better than the Niners.
I'll say for right now, I think they split because
Okay.
we just don't know what
That's
team.
fine.
I don't know what team we're gonna get from the Rams, but
That's fine.
There
think-
is a world where the Rams could definitely sweep them.
I
for
think the
sure.
Rams are going to be the biggest threat for the Eagles. I think they're the closest team.
I don't think that's crazy to say. Week 14 is their bye week. Oh no, what are we on?
Week 11.
Week 11. My bad. Week 11 they are in
Cardinals.
Arizona taking on the Cardinals. I think they sweep the Cardinals
Yeah.
handsomely. I think that's a win. Week 12 they are home Monday Night Football against the Panthers. That's a win as well.
Win.
Week 13 they are in Cleveland taking on the Browns. Win. Unless you feel differently. You think they're gonna lose to the
Win.
Browns?
I think it's a win. I think it could be.
Is there a world they lose to the Browns?
Yeah,
Okay.
especially
I can do
in
that.
November in Cleveland. It's cold.
Yeah. No, totally.
It's kind of it. That game kind of gives me that same vibe of like when the Steelers went in and lost to the Browns.
How many times are you gonna bring that game back up?
No, that's literally the only reason I brought that up is because it gives me that vibe.
I don't want to hear about the Browns Steelers game again.
I'm
Yes, Jameis Winston went out in the snow. I mean, I should have saw the writing on the wall in
I'm
that
not
preseason
saying-
interview or that pregame interview he had. I was
But
like,
I'm not trying to bring it
Yeah.
up to like mess with you necessarily. I'm just saying like
I'm not saying
the
you were. I was
vibe-
being funny.
the vibe of
But
that
week 14 is
game.
a bye week, by the way. That's a bye week.
It's just
Week-
the vibe. I'm
Week
getting.
15, they're home against the Titans. Win.
Yeah, win.
Have we done the Titans? I think we did the Titans.
I don't think we did.
Huh.
Here.
We'll look back. We'll look better. Have we done them? No, we haven't. Okay,
No.
cool.
I
Just
don't
wanted to
think
make
so.
sure. All right. Week 16.
Yeah.
Yes, Monday Night Football in Indianapolis taking on the Colts. Win.
Yes.
Dang. Ever since week 8, they're just. Yeah.
Week 17.
I mean, I do believe they said that the 49ers had the easiest schedule of
They
the
do.
whole year. So
They do. They're not the amount of bad teams that they're playing is pretty.
it's
nuts.
it's a putrid schedule. I won't deny that. But I think the earlier games will test them.
Like
a
the
lot.
only good teams they're playing are the Rams, Titans,
Titans.
Rams, Texans,
Jags.
and probably the Jags
And the Bucks.
You can maybe, yeah, you
And the
can
Bucks.
maybe throw in the Falcons,
But we just don't know what Falcons we're
but
gonna
they're.
get.
I think they're mediocre more than like a good team.
Got you. Okay. Week 17, Sunday Night Football. At home taking on the Bears.
L.
Wow,
I'm taking
that's
the
a
Bears.
hot take.
I'm taking the
Okay,
Bears.
I'll agree with you on that. We'll give Caleb a win in late December, and then week 18, home against the Seahawks.
I think
Do they split with the
I think they
Seahawks?
split with the Seahawks.
Okay, so 2 losses to end the regular season.
So they
Who
got-
else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay.
So they're 11-6.
Yep.
11-6 is what the 49ers.
And what
record.
did the 49ers have last year?
They were 6-11, or 7-10. They were something. They had a losing record. They were pretty bad last year.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So they were 6-11.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, because Brock was like
6 to 11 to 11 and 6 is a crazy move.
6-9, and then he missed 2 games, I think.
Yeah, because it has no 1. No, it was 2 because Allen played a game and then Dobb played like the last
Yeah.
game of the season.
This episode is presented to you by Dubby, energized without the crash. Get clean, jitter-free energy with Dubby Energy. No sugar, no calories, no artificial dyes. Use code THETRIPLETHREAT, all caps, for a special deal at checkout. Power up with Dubby Energy today.
What's up? And then shout out Whole Strength. Wear your faith with purpose. At Whole Strength, we're more than just clothing. We're on a mission to spread the gospel through what we wear, through faith-driven design, building a community of believers, and representing your belief with pride. Use code TRIPLE10 for an exclusive discount. Join the movement and wear your strength in Christ with Whole Strength.
Next team.
Next team.
We got the
Well,
Seahawks.
let's keep it in the NFC West.
All
Let's
right.
go.
I guess this is the NFC West record prediction today.
That is funny.
We literally
Guys,
just talked
when
about
we
them.
say we're literally spinning a wheel on these teams, we don't know what team's gonna pull up
No,
next.
like
So
if you Google NFL wheel or NFL team wheel
we literally
and click
using
on
that.
the random wheel thing, that's what we're using, and we're just taking the teams off that we.
It's
do.
just very funny that we got them, but
It's just. I guess they just wanted us to keep talking about the Seahawks.
NFC West. It's one of the more exciting divisions I'm ready to watch because I think all those teams could be really good this year. Minus the Cardinals if you're against the Cardinals, but I think if Marvin Harrison's having a bigger leap and I mean we'll get into it. I'll get into it if we do talk about the NFC West going into preseason, but I feel
he has a good season.
somewhat confident about the Cardinals. Not too confident, but like there's like they
I
could go
don't
like
trust-
8-9.
I just don't trust Kyler that much, and their defense is not going to be good at all.
I understand that.
And I think Marvin Harrison will have a good year. I think he'll take the next step.
Yeah, I mean, he's been saying in training camp he's been doing really good. But like,
the rest of the team,
Yeah.
No.
all right, you want to cue it in about for the
All right.
Seahawks then?
Now we're gonna predict the Seattle Seahawks 2025 regular season record. Look through every single game, give a win or loss, and give you their final record according to us.
All right.
This is not official. Don't yell at us.
Nope.
Jesse's got the schedule. Here we go.
All right, week 1 home. Is that home? Yeah, home against the San Francisco 49ers.
Loss.
Loss. Gotta keep continuity.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
We gotta keep consistency here.
Week 2, they are in Pittsburgh taking on the Steelers. A
Okay.
DK Metcalf revenge
Ooh.
game, which will be discussed.
I think that's a no.
Yes, we did. I'm about to say we did talk about the
Yeah,
that
we
have
did get the
Steelers.
Steelers. We did
Yeah.
get the Steelers.
A DK Metcalf revenge game week 2 is insane. That's
And
insane.
the NFL loves.
Oh my
revenge
gosh, they love
games.
their revenge games.
Because they literally have Rodgers playing the Packers and Jets.
Yeah.
So
Or it's his final tour. It's like it's a worldwide final
yeah,
tour.
they're like we gotta give him all his revenge games.
Yeah. Week 3, home against the Saints.
Win. I
There
don't know.
are some games here it's like cut and dry. It's
I don't
like-
know if the Saints are gonna win the game.
Yeah. If we do the Saints, it's gonna be L.
I would
There
not,
might be one singular game we might consider.
bro. I
but
would
I
not.
don't know.
would not be like personally. If I went through their schedule, I'd probably give them no wins. I think they would be like the Cleveland Browns that one year, like 2016
Oh,
or some whatever
Yeah.
year that was.
Yeah. All right, week 4, Thursday night football in Arizona taking on the Cardinals.
That's a win.
Okay. Week 5, I can agree to that. Sorry, I not that I didn't agree. I just have to think about it for a second, but I would agree.
So
Week 5, they are home against the Bucks.
That's a loss.
That could be close.
I think it'll
That's
be closer.
closer matchup than what we've had so far. But I think the Bucks
Bucks are
can win
better.
it. Yeah, the Bucks are better and they could win it. Week 6, they are in Jacksonville taking on the Jags. This could also be close depending on what Jags we get. I give them the win on this. I give them the win on this because we like we said, we don't know what Jags we're going to get. Week 7, home against the Texans, Monday Night Football.
I think they lose.
I will agree.
I think they lose.
I will agree.
But
this is closer than advertised.
I can see them winning that game as well.
Yes, week 8
It's
there
not
is.
like that. Like
It's not
that
a
much
crazy
in
drop
the
off. Yeah.
Texans' favor.
All right, week 7 or week 8 is a bye week.
Bye week.
Week 9 they are in Washington taking on the Commanders on Sunday Night Football. This could be a good game. I'm actually excited. That could be a really good game.
I think that's an L.
Yeah, but I would agree. That's an L. I think the Commanders take this one handsomely. Week 10 they are home against the Cardinals. Win?
Yeah.
They sweep?
I think so.
I could agree to that. Week 11, they are in LA taking on the Rams.
Loss. Didn't we have them losing?
We haven't done the Rams. I don't think we've done the Rams yet. You can double check, but I'm pretty sure we haven't done the Rams yet. Or have we?
I think we did.
Or have we? Hold up. Turn of events, guys. We might have done the Rams. Hold
We
on.
did. What week is this? 8?
This is week 11.
11, sorry. We had them winning.
Okay, so
So
that
we
was
had
what
them
we were
losing.
saying in the first place. So we were on the money.
Yeah, so we had them
Okay.
out. Yeah.
All right, week 12, they are in Tennessee taking on the Titans. That's a dub.
Yeah.
Week 13, they are home taking on the Vikings. Sam Darnold revenge game. Wow, who would have
When-
saw that coming?
It's Sam Darnold.
Let me
game.
tell you, I have a funny feeling they'll lose.
And it's at home.
They'll lose.
Alright.
I think
So-
they'll lose.
Alright. Shoot.
Keep winning every
Wow.
time, man. You stop doing scissors.
Did you say loss?
Yeah.
Alright.
But I mean, is there a world where JJ McCarthy or where Sam Darnold beats up his
Falls
former
out at
team?
home against his former team.
Absolutely. But I just think JJ McCarthy and the offense that they have is a lot better than what they have going on in Seattle, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Week 14, they are in Atlanta taking on the Falcons. I'd probably see win here.
Win.
Yeah.
But I could see it.
There's a world Penix could win for sure. Week 15, they are home against the Colts.
Win.
Week 16, Thursday Night Football. That's a quick turnaround. Against the Rams. Yes, Rams. Home against the Rams.
Week 16.
Week
We
16.
had them winning. So. L.
So they get swept by the Seahawks. Or the Seahawks get swept by the Rams.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, yeah. We really have the Rams looking really good. What was the record that we had them? 12-5?
12-5.
Okay. That also is a possibility.
All right.
Week 17, they are in Carolina taking on the Panthers. Win. And then week 18, they are in San Francisco.
Win.
Yeah.
All right. So 1, 2, 5,
6, 7, 8.
So
9 and 8.
9 and 8. Okay.
Which I think for the Seahawks is respectable.
I think that's pretty fair.
For a first year with Sam Darnold, I think that's respectable. I don't see.
I think that's pretty good because I don't think anyone is like the Seahawks or this.
So we have
this crazy good team.
the Rams at 12-5, 49ers 11-6,
Seahawks
Seahawks
are
9-8.
We just haven't done the Cardinals.
We haven't done the Cardinals yet.
But we have them losing like
To most of their
a
division.
lot
right
of
now.
their
Yeah.
division games.
So that
So,
that should be interesting.
We've done 3 out of 4 NFC West teams.
We kind of cooked.
So
I feel like that's like our best one yet.
I feel very good about that one.
Yeah, I feel like that was our best one yet. I feel like we had a lot of different like nuances with all of it. So I feel pretty solid about that.
Sorry, I'm just taking the Seahawks.
You're good. No worries.
All right. We might have to bump this up to 3 soon.
We will, might.
We
Yeah.
still got a good amount of teams left.
Which, mind you, who we haven't done yet.
Ravens, Commanders,
So
Bears, Bengals, Bucks.
we have a lot of teams. We might have to go 3. We might have to go.
Saints
4.
is going to be pretty easy because they might win a game according to us.
A single
so.
game, maybe, if they're lucky. But yeah, now we're gonna get into the Bible verse of the episode. Let's get
Bible verse of the episode. Today's verse is going to be Philippians 4:6-7, and Jesse is going to read it.
to it. Yes, I am. As soon
Once
as
he gets his Bible.
as soon as I get there, we will get into it.
But yeah, take this chance once again while we're waiting to go subscribe to the Flock Rundown. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, X, all of that. Again, it'll all be in the description. And make sure you subscribe to us. Go follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well. Do that.
All of it. All right. Philippians 4:6-7.
We appreciate it.
Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and mind and your minds in Christ Jesus. What are your thoughts? What do you want to get
You
into?
go ahead. I want to read that again.
Okay, that's fine. This
Not
is.
that I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I know you were. It's okay, buddy. I think the biggest thing with this verse is that this is a very big verse on being worrisome, or like anxiety or something like that, where it's like we as Christians, we are always so worried about what's ahead of us, and like every little mishap or problem that we have to solve, sometimes small, sometimes really big. And God, this is just a reminder from God that like we give all those things to Him, and that we shouldn't have to be anxious, because if we pray about it and tell God about it, and God will give us His peace that is inexplainable, to say the least. Like the peace of God is not something you can really explain. You have to feel it to understand. But when you get the peace of God flowing through you, and you feel at peace, there's no better feeling in the world. And it's a feeling that not a lot of people can get from other vices and other coping mechanisms. Like some it would be video games, some it would be drinking, which we don't condone. I mean, sometimes it's like to a certain point. But
Yeah.
for the wrong reasons. Let me say that.
Yeah.
For the wrong reasons. That'd be a better way of saying it. Smoking, harming yourself, all those things that you know that like pornography, that give you. It's a temporary solution for a permanent problem.
It's like a. Sorry, I'm not trying to cut you
No,
off,
go
but
ahead.
It's like the quick like rush of what's it called dopamine. It's like that type of thing. Like it's very.
It's sudden. It's quick.
And it's over.
Yep, and it's
And
gone.
then you just feel empty. That type of thing. That's what I was going to.
No,
Just
and that
wanna
was you were
That's
good.
what it made me think
Yeah.
of. So.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think that dopamine rush is just a second, and then it's like sometimes when you do these different vices, it's regret, shame, all those things. But like getting back to what we were talking about, anxiety is such a heavy topic in the Christian circle, not because I do believe anxiety exists. I don't think I can sit up here and say that people are not out here having anxiety attacks or things like that. I think it does exist. I think that, and this is just my own personal belief, I think that anxiety is something that we can combat with the help of the Spirit and with the help of true Christian friendship around you to lift you up instead of tear you down, and always make you feel encouraged. But I think the most important part is the Spirit to help us through those moments. But I don't want to sit up here and say that as Christians we can't have anxiety, because I don't think that's something I can agree with, because I feel like every person deals with something that gives them anxiety now and again. But I do want to say that, like this verse says, the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard our hearts and our minds to make us believe that God has our backs, and only wants to see us do good, and only wants to see us thrive and prosper. God never wants to see us be anxious and depressed and all those different things. But I want to reiterate that I'm not saying that Christians can't have anxiety. I do believe that exists, but we can combat that anxiety with prayer, with the Holy Spirit, and with true Christian community and believers surrounded by you to help you through those moments. I think those are the biggest things. But yeah, I'll end my piece there. If you want to interject or say something else, by all means.
I mean, pretty much. I don't know. Pretty much what you said, like everything you said. I mean, like, if you send up all your like all your things that you're anxious about, anything up to God, that, and the peace that like He gives you is something that, like, there's nothing like it, and we really will never understand, like, I guess, like, we won't really understand, I don't know, I guess, what am I trying to say, like, all, like, what it really means.
What, the peace of God?
Yeah, like
I think it's,
I don't know, like, what I'm trying
you
to say,
can't
like,
explain what the peace of God feels like. You only will know once it happens.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like how I tell people, like, I had an experience with Jesus Christ that only I can attest to. Like, I can't say the same thing that happened to me is the same thing that's going to happen to you.
Yeah,
you know, like our experiences are completely different on how we discovered or had our encounters with God. Like, we both encountered God. It was just in different ways and in different moments. So
yeah, it's just something that, like, you can't really explain it. Like, you can try your hardest, you can try to, like, compare it to something,
or explain it with science.
Yeah, like, but you're never going to really get the true feeling of what that felt like.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, God doesn't want us to be anxious, and He wants us to go to Him with anything that we feel is making us anxious or anything that's going on in our lives. But yeah, He wants us to have a relationship with Him, and the peace of God will. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing like it.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
but yeah,
Anything else,
that's all I got.
dude?
What an
Guys,
episode!
guys, oh my gosh, bro.
We're hyped right now. We're so happy. We're so thankful.
I can't wait to
appreciative.
get this episode out to people, because it's gonna be. I think this would truly probably be one of my favorite episodes we've done.
Oh, this is going to be my favorite. This happening is just, like, it's unbelievable.
It's God. It's we can't, like, it's God. Like, it's not, we can't explain it. We can't, like, God's the only reason we're in this position, that we got to even talk to Ryan and, like, have a conversation with him about Raven stuff. Yeah, dude, it's
unreal.
So
unreal, dude.
I will be on vacation this weekend, but then once I'm back, it will be me, Jake, and Michael back at it again. All three of us in the OG studio. We're not lying to you this time. This time we will be back in the OG studio.
This is
the three of us. We'll be talking about oh shoot, you know what I forgot to mention? The preseason game tomorrow.
Hall of Fame.
There is a Hall of Fame game tomorrow. I didn't look at. Can you look at odds for me real quick? Because I know I wanted to tell them the odds before we ended this episode, but I completely forgot about that. The news that I've heard so far, Trey Lance will be the starting QB for that game. So I think this will be interesting to see him play in this game as the starting QB and seeing like how he works under that offense, Jim Harbaugh's offense. But do you know what the odds are for the Chargers Lions game right now?
It is the money line.
Or who's under, who's over?
Okay, so the spread's Lions -1.5.
Okay.
Lions Charger, it's over unders 32.5 points. Lions are -112, Chargers -108.
Look, guys, we're just happy there is football tomorrow. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
We're almost
There is an NFL game tomorrow, which we are excited to watch.
So after this coming Sunday, it's
Preseason games.
there's only 5 more Sundays until the season.
The Eagles Cowboys game in Philly, correct?
Well, I think that's until the Sunday slate.
Yeah, true.
So like it's less than that
True.
for the Thursday night opener.
Yeah.
But we're getting so close.
We're definitely
You
gonna.
can smell it.
We're probably not gonna talk too much. We'll talk about like how the Trey Lance under this offense will look. We'll probably talk about like I don't know who the Lions are gonna start at quarterback for them. I don't know if it's gonna be Jared, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
They're not gonna play Jared.
Yeah, we have gotten like very little about who's gonna be doing what. So hopefully we'll get.
Whoever their backup is, I forget who
Is
the
it-
backup
is
is.
I want to say
It's not Bridgewater.
No, because he left. He's coaching high school football now. So
He
I
got
don't know.
suspended or something.
Oh yeah, he did get
remember?
suspended. Yeah, you're right.
He gave those kids the money,
Yeah.
which is the stupidest thing.
That's a
ever.
whole nother episode. But yeah, we have football tomorrow.
We're excited.
We'll have stuff. We'll still have training camp stuff to talk about. Preseason, we're pretty much getting into the thick of it now. We're gonna have to speed up our previews and record predictions because we're getting
gonna have
fairly close.
We're gonna have to add more
Yeah,
to the number, but
we'll figure something out.
we're gonna
But
get it done.
Jake, do you have anything else?
Nope.
No.
Do
Guys, God loves you so much. And I feel like that was very VeggieTales-esque. God made you special. He loves you very much. But yeah, God loves you. He wants to have a relationship with you. And we are so grateful again for the platform that God has given us to do this. And again, shout out Ryan. Thank you so much for joining us, brother. We love you. Thank you so much for wanting to listen to us, and can't wait to do more stuff with you in the future, my brother. Jake, hit us with that outro.
That's gonna wrap up this episode of the Triple Threat Podcast. Make sure you go check out our channel. We appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button. Please do that.
Please, guys.
We love you guys, and we appreciate every single one of you. We will see you guys next episode. God bless y'all. Peace.